The universe is vast, so vast that it is beyond imagination. There are billions of galaxies in it, and each galaxy has billions of stars and perhaps even more planets. When there are so many worlds in this universe, it's natural for us to wonder if life could exist elsewhere too. And this question has troubled humanity ever since our civilization first looked up at the sky with curiosity. But what if, against all odds, we really are alone in this universe? What if the emergence of life, especially intelligent life, is so rare that Earth is the only place where this miracle has happened? The realization of such a possibility could have a profound impact on our humanity. This horrific idea suggests to us that the conditions necessary for life are not just rare, but almost impossibly unique. Scientists believe that the existence of aliens might be impossible. We will also talk about the Fermi paradox, the Great Filter, and the rare Earth hypothesis, and see how, while considering the possibilities, we end up at a dead end. What problems could we face if aliens don't exist, and how does this raise questions about our own existence? Stick around until the very end of this video because we are about to embark on a journey where all boundaries of space and time exist. In fact, the real question is, if they really do exist, then why haven't we found any evidence or signs of their existence yet? This very puzzle is known as the Fermi paradox, named after the famous physicist Enrico Fermi. He once asked, "Where is everybody?" This question was not a random one, nor was it asked as a joke. Rather, it was a very calculated and obvious question, one that later blew everyone's minds. So, what exactly is the Fermi paradox? The Fermi paradox? It comes up when, despite there being a very high probability of life existing in the universe, we still haven't been able to contact any alien civilization or even find any evidence of them. We haven't been able to find any such extraterrestrial life anywhere. There are billions of stars in our Milky Way galaxy alone, and possibly billions of planets that could be suitable for life. Even if we make a very simple assumption, which proves that intelligent aliens actually exist. The Great Silence refers to the strange and frightening quiet that exists because of the complete lack of signals or evidence from alien civilizations. Despite all our possible efforts, including projects like SETI, that is, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, which has been trying to listen for signs of intelligent life for the past half a century. Despite all our efforts, we have found nothing so far, only a universe filled with silence and darkness. This deep silence of our universe can be explained by several possibilities. It is possible that alien civilizations are using communication techniques that may be beyond our understanding, or they might be deliberately avoiding contact with us. Another possibility could be that intelligent life is extremely rare in this universe, or civilizations destroy themselves due to their own progress before they are able to establish contact with another civilization across the cosmos. The strongest solution for the Fermi paradox is the Great Filter hypothesis. The Great Filter tells scientists that in the development of life in any civilization, there comes a stage that is extremely difficult to surpass. universe. This filter can exist anywhere, from the beginning of life to the development of complex life, or even up to the emergence of intelligent and technologically advanced civilizations. If we assume that the Great Filter is behind us, this would mean that the evolution of simple life into a complex life form is the Great Filter. Getting through it is not something every civilization can do, and this tells us that the emergence of complex life in this universe is an extremely rare thing, and humanity is one of the few civilizations that has managed to reach this threshold, and perhaps we are the only civilization that has made it this far. But if the Great Filter is ahead of us, it means that advanced civilizations either destroy themselves or are destroyed before they can spread throughout the universe. They face some extremely challenging situations that they cannot overcome. The idea of the Great Filter is frightening because it suggests that there may be an obstacle for any civilization to become capable of space travel, an obstacle that perhaps can never be overcome. Whether it's the civilization destroying itself through its own technological development, or a massive environmental catastrophe, or something else entirely different. The Great Filter presents a serious and discouraging picture about the development of intelligent life. The rare Earth hypothesis. Why might we be alone in this infinite universe? There is another solution to the question of the Fermi paradox, that is the rare Earth hypothesis. It suggests that the evolution of complex life requires an extremely improbable coincidence to occur. It is formed by a combination of astronomical and geological events and conditions whose occurrence together is extremely rare. But this happened on our Earth, and that's where our life originated. There are certain unique features of our Earth that set it apart from the other planets in the universe. According to the rare Earth hypothesis, microbial life may be common in the universe. But on the contrary, complex life, and especially intelligent life, are extremely rare. This hypothesis is based on the idea that our Earth has some unique characteristics that have allowed complex life to flourish here. Such characteristics that may not exist anywhere else in this universe. There are certain conditions present here on Earth for complex life that make our planet unique. Our Earth has a stable orbit which is within the Sun's habitable zone where water can exist in its liquid form. Apart from this, Earth's climate is much calmer compared to other planets. Here, there isn't an extremely hot atmosphere like Venus, nor is there a cold climate like Mars. Because Earth's large moon stabilizes its axial tilt and its seasons. Earth also has a protective magnetic field. This magnetic field protects the life thriving here from dangerous radiation coming from the sun and the universe. Apart from this, Earth's history has also been influenced by many fortunate events, like the asteroid impact that wiped out the dinosaurs, which gave mammals the opportunity to evolve on Earth. The development of life on Earth has also been influenced by the activity of tectonic plates, which recycle nutrients and regulate the climate of the entire planet. The presence of Jupiter in our solar system and our moon also make Earth extremely special. The presence of Jupiter in the solar system has played a very important role in protecting Earth from constant catastrophic asteroid impacts. Its massive gravitational force acts like a shield for us, diverting many comets and asteroids away from Earth's path or capturing them, which could have posed a threat to our Earth. In this way, Earth's large moon also plays a very important role in stabilizing our planet's axial tilt, which can prevent sudden changes in climate on this Earth. Our life could also be the result of fortunate events, rare Earth. The logic of the hypothesis is also that for complex life to develop, not just one or two such elements are needed, but the right combination of all the elements, that is, the right should be there. This theory also challenges the ideas that life is simply a stage in planetary development. If evolution is happening on a planet, then life can develop there based on those conditions, provided that the conditions for life to develop are present. It means that humanity has an extraordinary responsibility to preserve and protect life, because our Earth could be the only example of complex life in this entire universe. And at the same time, our universe is full of dangers at every step. It's not. So, this isn't just a question of scientific curiosity, it could have deep and significant impacts on our human civilization. And finally, why is this thought so disturbing? Let's find out. A deep sense of loneliness. If we are alone in the universe, it would mean that life and intelligence on Earth, consciousness present in life, is extremely rare. It's possible that it doesn't exist anywhere else except Earth. This thought can make us feel a deep sense of loneliness and isolation within ourselves, because we live in a universe where there are no other beings or civilizations. This thought makes the existence of our civilization even more fragile, and we are bound to feel more vulnerable. If we are alone, it means that we will not have any other companions to enjoy the wonders of this universe with, and there will be no other civilization from which we can learn something new. Nor would we have anyone to explore the mysteries of the universe with, or a companion to travel with us through this infinite cosmos. Even though this universe is filled with billions and trillions of stars, for us there will always be loneliness and emptiness in it. If Earth is the only place where life exists, then humanity has a huge responsibility. Now we become the sole guardians of life, knowledge, and culture in this entire universe, and it is our responsibility to preserve life on Earth and let it flourish. At this initial stage, this responsibility can be overwhelming for us, because it means that any kind of threat to Earth, whether from natural disasters, human errors, or cosmic events, can endanger all life in the universe. It also means that if human life ends, then intelligent life will disappear from the entire universe. Apart from this concept also emphasizes that we have to take care of our Earth. We have to face all those challenges that we are facing nowadays, like climate change, pollution, and the decline in biodiversity. Today we humans are the main species on this earth, and since we are intelligent, it is our responsibility to protect all of these things. So if aliens really don't exist anywhere else, it not only makes our lives even more important, but also increases our responsibilities. If there is no life in the universe, it would mean that there is no point in us exploring this universe anymore. Human exploration would be limited to those deserted planets and barren regions scattered throughout this infinite universe, where there would be neither diversity of life nor complex life. This thought can also weaken the spirit of exploration that drives humanity forward, because the possibility of discovering other civilizations or other forms of life will start to fade. Exploring a lifeless universe will not evoke as much curiosity and wonder as searching for new forms of life and intelligence does. This means that our journey might be a solitary one, in which we will neither encounter any other creatures nor get a chance to learn anything new from them. If we are the only intelligent beings in the universe, then the thought of the end of humanity and life on Earth becomes even more terrifying. The idea that life, intelligence, and consciousness may have arisen only once in this universe and then suddenly disappear without a trace. This is very serious and makes us feel hopeless that there will be no one left in this universe after us. This also tells us about the need to preserve and protect the diversity of life on Earth. Because this could possibly be the only example of life in this universe. If we really are the only civilization in this universe, then it not only makes our existence even more important, but also gives us the responsibility to protect life and preserve the knowledge of it. Besides, the very thought of being alone in this entire universe raises many deep questions about the purpose and meaning of our existence. If life exists only on Earth, then life could exist anywhere in this infinite universe. Our thinking turns out to be completely wrong, and perhaps Fermi's most famous question also turns out to be wrong. This also indicates to us that our existence in this lifeless universe could be nothing more than a coincidence. This thought forces us to face questions about the meaning and purpose of life and our place in this universe. And these very questions have been troubling scientists and space enthusiasts for decades. If the universe is so vast and old, then where is everybody else? Could we be alone in this infinite universe? Some theories say that we live in a vast cosmic zoo. Some say that there is something called the Great Filter that holds civilizations back. Every solution makes our presence in this universe ghostly and terrifying. So get ready, because now we are about to embark on a journey from which there may be no way back. But you must not be afraid at all. The scale of the universe and Fermi's big question. To properly understand the Fermi paradox, we need to understand the vast size of our universe. Just think about it. The size of our Milky Way alone is 100,000 light years. Within it, there are about 100 billion stars, each potentially having a planet. And now multiply this number by the estimated 2 trillion galaxies spread across the observable universe, and we get even if a small fraction of these stars are surrounded by planets and a small fraction of those planets are habitable, then intelligent life should be everywhere. So when physicist Enrico Fermi asked his famous question in the 1950s, it wasn't just a joke. His question, "Where is everybody?" was based on a calculation that couldn't be denied and was truly mind-boggling. Why haven't we seen any technological evidence, or why haven't we found any traces of extraterrestrial civilizations? Thinking about all these things, it seems that either we are completely alone in this vast universe, or there is something that is preventing other civilizations from contacting us. What could that possibly be? This could mean that either we are one of the very first intelligent civilizations in this universe. A cosmic rarity or intelligent life is a common thing in this universe, but it is hiding. For some terrifying reason, every civilization stops itself and is unable to contact other civilizations. And this question is not just related to cosmic curiosity. If there really is something that is stopping us or them, then it could be a big threat to our own future. Scientists call it the Great Silence, a terrifying term that encompasses the silence of the universe, where we imagine finding signals, discoveries, and traces of life. This silence makes us feel as if the universe itself is trying to hide a truth from us. So what could be the reason for this? Is there a barrier so far beyond us that we can't recognize it? Or maybe there's a rule that no one dares to break? As we move forward, we will look at theories that will draw us in and scare us with their complexity. The answer to every paradox is as vast and complex as this universe, and each one of them has the potential to change the way we look at our universe. So let's start with the scariest theory, the Great Filter, which says that there is a hidden barrier that stops civilizations in this universe. And this could explain why we are surrounded by so much emptiness. The theory of the Great Filter says that there is some kind of barrier in this universe, maybe like an invisible wall, that stops civilizations from reaching an advanced stage. And the most terrifying thing here is that we don't know whether we've already passed through the Great Filter or if it's still waiting for us. At any point in the journey of a civilization, it can happen, anywhere from the early stages of life to the development of complex societies. Some scientists believe that maybe this filter is behind us. This means that evolving from a simple life form to becoming intelligent is itself a rare occurrence. After all, Earth has existed for billions of years, but complex life has only developed here recently. This means that we are very lucky that we might have already passed the Great Filter and have reached this point today. According to this, some people believe that being intelligent was the biggest filter, but there is another dark possibility here. What if the Great Filter is just ahead of us? Just think about it. Advanced civilizations destroy themselves before making contact with each other. What if this is the default setting of the Great Filter? Civilizations advancing and then destroying themselves? Today, we are also developing such technologies that can wipe out our world in the blink of an eye. Nuclear weapons, climate change, artificial intelligence, all these things mean that civilizations do advance in the sense of the Great Filter, but they never make it to the next stage. Imagine those countless civilizations that fall even after reaching the brink of greatness. Those civilizations must have wiped themselves out through war, environmental catastrophes, and even their own biological weapons. And by now, even the traces of their existence must have disappeared. This could be the reason why we don't hear anything. There isn't anything that has been sent by any intelligent alien civilization. Who knows, this silent universe around us might be a huge graveyard of those civilizations that couldn't pass the Great Filter. Another scary aspect of the hypothesis is that maybe intelligent life does emerge in this universe, but it doesn't survive for long. Because of this, they don't get the time to become interstellar travelers. Imagine if we succeed in climbing this cosmic ladder, but when we look around, all we'll find is empty and dark space with nothing but stars floating in it. But before you get disappointed, remember that maybe the Great Filter could be behind us, which means that maybe humanity has already overcome all these difficulties long ago. Still, if it is ahead of us, then we are challenging a universal entity and we must survive. And one day, when we cross this wall and look beyond, maybe there really won't be anyone there. Then we will know that we are truly alone in this universe. After all, the Great Filter is both a warning and a mystery. It's not just a question of survival, but of knowing our place in a universe where intelligent life may have disappeared. As far as we know, maybe everything else has disappeared. Just imagine for a moment that we are not alone in this universe. In fact, intelligent life forms are out there somewhere, watching us, but from a distance. This is a possibility known as the zoo hypothesis. It means that advanced alien civilizations do exist, but they have chosen to observe us secretly as if we are animals in a cosmic zoo. This hypothesis works in this way. It's possible that these extraterrestrial beings are so advanced that contacting us could disturb our natural evolution. That's why they stay hidden from us, so that we can evolve on our own without any interference. We are living our daily lives comfortably, and we don't even realize that some intelligent life form is quietly watching us. They are monitoring our activities, People who believe in the zoo hypothesis say that this could be a kind of protection. Just like we create wildlife reserves to protect wild animal species and their habitats, in the same way, these civilizations might be protecting us. But this also raises a scary question. Could there be something that would force them to reveal their existence? Some people believe that a significant step in our development, like discovering faster than light travel or trying to establish contact beyond our own planet, could be such a trigger. This could attract the attention of these civilizations. On the other hand, some people also believe that there might be certain rules in this universe that ensure that until a civilization reaches a particular level, until then, they can't make contact with anyone. Imagine the silent universe around us as a huge, unbreakable glass in which countless worlds and countless beings might be hidden. If the zoo hypothesis is correct, then one thing it means is that we are definitely not alone in this universe. We are just being observed carefully. Maybe we are not the most powerful or the most advanced either. And if the civilizations observing us really do exist out there, then maybe one day when we reach a certain level, we will get the chance to connect with them. But until then, we will remain unaware. Even while being part of an invisible and cosmic experiment, now we have reached the most mind-bending concept and explanation of the Fermi paradox. Yes, the simulation theory suggests that our entire universe and everything in it, like you and me, could all be part of a simulated reality. A very complex digital construction which could only be created by a highly advanced civilization. If in the future we reach a point where our technology has become so advanced that we can create a highly detailed simulation of the entire world in which conscious beings would exist, who live and die, but they never realize that the reality of their existence is just a code written on a computer. Now think about this on a larger scale. What if there is another civilization that is far more advanced than us? They have created a simulation so perfect that we can't even tell whether what we consider reality is actually a simulation. If this theory is correct, then it can explain why we haven't been able to detect other civilizations that are more advanced than us. It is possible that we have been programmed in such a way that we can never find any evidence of life beyond our own Earth, so that the integrity of the simulation remains intact. For these advanced civilizations, we could be a scientific experiment, a form of entertainment, or perhaps part of a work of art. Are we characters in some cosmic game, living our entire lives inside this simulation, unaware of our existence and reality? Some supporters of this theory say that if our technology keeps advancing, we might be able to detect some glitch or anomaly in this simulation. There might be some cracks in this simulation that could make us realize the truth. Simulation theory also raises some big questions. If we are really in a simulation, what does that mean for us? Is it just the realization that we are living in an artificial universe? Will this change anything for us, or will we continue to live exactly as we always have? Then what would be the point of all these discoveries and advancements, knowing that we are just a part of someone else's design? This is a theory that raises more questions than it answers. And in the end, it might even be possible that the reality we have understood so far is actually something we could never have imagined. Dark forest theory. Now get ready for perhaps the scariest solution to the Fermi paradox, the dark forest theory. This theory, which was popularized by science fiction writer Liu Cixin, says that our universe is like a dark and dangerous jungle. In this jungle, every civilization is like a silent hunter watching everything while staying hidden. Because revealing their own existence could lead to their death. Imagine a dense jungle where hunters are hiding in every shadow. In this jungle, creatures survive only as long as they stay silent, invisible, and hidden. Our universe is just like this jungle. If any civilization signals its existence, it can attract the attention of an aggressive, advanced species, which will see them as a threat. In this context, silence is not just an option, but it's also a survival strategy. The scariest aspect of the dark forest theory is that there is no shortage of advanced civilizations in this universe. But to preserve their existence, they all remain silent. They know that making contact could attract the attention of a predatory civilization, or energy-hungry civilizations might destroy them. And maybe they know about us too. They're watching us to see if we make the fatal mistake of revealing our presence or not. So as soon as we send our messages out into the universe, hoping that someone will respond, so we might be exposing ourselves to a terrifying danger that we might not even understand. In the dark forest, survival means staying quiet and silent. So have we already made a huge mistake? Should we have kept quiet and followed the example of other civilizations? This is really scary. We have explored some of the most interesting and unsettling theories behind the Fermi paradox, about the mystery of why our universe is so quiet even though there is immense potential for life here. From the terrifying possibilities of the Great Filter to the haunting silence of the dark forest, every theory suggests that there might be more hidden in the universe than we can even imagine. But there's one last idea here that we definitely need to consider. We haven't found anyone in this universe yet, maybe because we're still in the early phase. Maybe humanity is still at a very early stage when it comes to exploring the cosmic scale. We are a young civilization that hasn't even scratched the surface of the mysteries of the universe. If there is a civilization out there, then maybe it's just a matter of time. Before that, neither will we be able to find them, nor will they be able to find us. The mystery of the Fermi paradox makes us face many unknown dangers. It reminds us that perhaps our greatest discovery is still ahead of us. Just beyond the boundaries of our familiar world, are we alone, or is there something that has yet to reveal itself? What is your opinion on this? Be sure to let us know in the comments section. If you like this video, please like it and share it with your friends. Friends, we'll see you again soon with another informative video like this one. Until then, stay curious, be happy, and goodbye.